first you have to go into this as a mission project, right? And then after you're convinced that God really wants this, I think then you have to take a leap.
Welcome to Classical Etc., coming to you from the Memoria National Conference.
Welcome to another episode of Classical Etc. I am here today at our Memoria National Conference in Louisville, Kentucky, in our gym, where we are eating and listening to great plenary talks. And I am with Marie Drury, who founded Highlands Latin School Orlando alongside Marianne Bernacci.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello, Marie.
Hi, glad to be here.
So you know how I have to start. I need to know what you're reading.
So I'm only a few chapters into Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell.
Which I bought because I was at FPEA with you guys and you told me to read it, but I didn't know you hadn't read it.
Well, no, I'm probably halfway through, and It's really beautiful. It's about a fallen woman, and her writing is just beautiful.
Well, I bought it at that convention. I bought several books at that convention because you kept telling me about books, and you sent me one.
Yeah, so I'll wait to hear about that on the podcast.
That's right.
And I gave you permission to tell me you love it
or not.
You
know, I'll be. I'll be honest with you. Okay, so what we're really here to talk about today is your school. So do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yep. So we started informally, I think 2015 as a cottage school. And then in 2018, we trademarked with the Highlands Latin School. And we started with 5 students. Kind of fun story that reminded me today. Lee had told us if you're going to do something for 100 students, do it for 1. So our very first year, we had 5 students. We hired a bagpiper, a cantor, did the full opening ceremony, and
which we replicated today.
Yeah, and it was really beautiful. So
it is beautiful because it doesn't matter how many students you have. It's just, to set that, I think that sets such an expectation for the year that this is serious business. Yeah. This is your job as teachers. This is your job as students.
And Mrs. Lowe, I think, really gave us that idea of gravitas, that it really needed to be at the forefront of schools.
Yes. So. I think that's great. Do you have your bagpiper for this year?
We do. And this is our first year with a drummer.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we're really excited.
That's fun. So why did you start a trademark school, a Highlands Latin trademark school? Why was that important to you?
Because you told me to.
Because I told her to. I mean, of course.
No, really. We actually started as a CLSA school. And it was difficult, I think, to get people behind us. Mm-hmm. And so really talking back and forth with you and Martin, and it was really the idea, just trademark with us. And it was really the best thing that we did. So in 3 years, we go from 25 to 130 students. So I really give the trademark credit for that.
It means that there are things you don't have to think about.
Right.
You don't have to make every single decision because you can look at what we're doing and think, well, I have to do this because I'm a Highlands Latin School. Yeah. And so I think that is an advantage. But also just to have, it gives you credibility because before you ever start, you really don't have any credibility unless people know you personally. But, just to be able to look at the test scores that we get based on the curriculum that you will then be using as a Highlands Latin School, to be able to look at what our students have done after they graduated, where they are accepted to college, and all of those things just, I think, help.
It really does. Initially. I think it sets the bar. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was just over talking to Mr. Wheatley, on some questions I had. So you really have the guidance that you wouldn't have if you weren't at trademark school.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
And the more people we can get involved, the better, right?
Yes.
Because we all help each other. Because, we are helped also. When I go visit schools, I bring things back from all the schools that I visit where, you figured something out that maybe we could do better.
Right. We just stole something from Elizabeth from Anderson. So,
did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's kind of good.
Well, we are all helping each other.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular big goal for this year? An immediate goal?
Really, I think this is our 3rd year coming in, really just to continue to win those National Latin Awards. We continue with our cursive. We won those cursive awards
You
this
did.
year. Yeah.
I mean, out of all of the Highlands schools, out of the 4 awards, you won 2 of them.
2 national awards, which is
yes.
fun.
That's crazy to me. When they told me that the judges had chosen 2 Highlands Orlando students, I thought, what is going on down there? And then you told me that you made a real effort this year.
I said, good teachers are just good students, and we just followed Mrs. Lowe all these years.
It was very important to her.
To cursive,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes, but you saw a weakness, and you really concentrated on fixing that weakness throughout your student body for a year, and it paid off.
Yeah, actually, Tara Luce made those new cursive sheets, and we took those and we gave them. Every student had to do every letter of the alphabet this year, and so it was actually a test of virtue and character, which that wasn't really the goal, but it turned out to be the side.
Yeah, many things that we ask our students to do are tests of virtue and character, aren't they? Do you feel like Memoria Press has helped your school to flourish?
Oh, absolutely. The curriculum really drives everything that we do. So if it wasn't for the press, and then all those beginning years, I mean, I could call Tanya at any given day. I'm not suggesting everyone do that because she's busy now. But in those early years.
Yes, well, I'm always happy
and
to
really
help.
guide us on curriculum and that idea of excellence.
Right.
And then just the questions that you have as you're working through trying to train your teachers on how to use the
You're not
material.
isolated.
No. So.
No, and we have a great customer service department as well.
Absolutely.
Do you have a piece of advice to share with somebody who is a fellow director and maybe struggling, or somebody that is thinking, I'd like to start a school, but I just don't know. I just feel like I can't do it?
So I think first you have to go into this as a mission project, right? And then after you're convinced that God really wants this, I think then you have to take a leap. And so
It is a leap, isn't it?
I remember Marion and I actually talk about this. It was Pentecost weekend, and we were walking through the FPA hall, and we had chatted with you, and we looked at each other and said, we really need to make a decision. And she said, it's Pentecost tomorrow. And we looked at each other and just nodded. And that was really it from that moment on. But the sacrifice part, I think, that you have to do is because it is hard. And you really have to, from shoveling mulch to... you do everything.
You're doing everything, especially when you first start and you don't have a lot of help. The administrator, the head of the school, is literally doing anything that needs to be done. Cleaning up messes, picking up trash, helping teachers with discipline.
And I think the other thing is there's a humility that comes along with it, because every week I still feel like we're making a mistake 10 years into this. And so you have to, it's easy to extend grace to your staff, and then you have to remember to extend it to yourself also sometimes, because
that is very wise, because that is so true.
Yeah.
Because none of us has it all worked out. We are still making mistakes as well.
So that's but it's all good at the end.
What about this conference? Do you feel like attending this conference? You come every year. I'm always so happy to see you all pull in.
Yeah, we
and you go straight from the airport here with your luggage because you can't wait. You're the most enthusiastic conference attendees.
So we really do. We're not scheduled to the day after, but we always show up here on the day of
and we're just shocked to see them this early.
We have our list of people that we want to meet. So Bryce was actually on our list for Tuesday.
How nice.
And so we do come over. This year we have 14 teachers with us, so we're very excited.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And it really, I think what the conference does for us as a school is teaches them all the things that Marianne and I just can't do on our own.
Right.
It gives them that vision. After the opening talk this morning, I said, okay, I guess we can all go home. We have our charge.
Oh, you did get a charge this morning, didn't you? But also, I think I was talking to some of our teachers at lunch and asking them, how the first morning went in their classrooms. And they were telling me that the fact that we've split it into 2 classrooms per grade this year.
Yes.
So they have fewer teachers in each one, and I said, that makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? And they said yes. But the best thing about it is that then they have an easier time networking with each other.
Yes.
So they are making their own connections with other teachers doing the same thing that they're doing all over the country. And so friendships are being formed, but not just friendships, support groups are being formed.
You know, that's a really good point, because we didn't just bring our teachers this year. We brought our administrative staff, we brought our art teacher, and we invited everyone. And I'm already, what do we day 2 into this, and the relationships that are being
built. Well, you're in
built.
day 3 because you came a day early.
Right, but our brand new teachers, and to watch them, our experienced teachers really already taking over in the mentoring of these new teachers is really beautiful.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
And the other thing about the conference, the hospitality that is always extended here is just beautiful. So it reminds us when we go home and people stop over at the school or come in town, we really try to emulate what we're seeing here on campus. So it's really a good experience.
Hospitality is very important to us. We want everybody here and we want them to have a good experience.
Yeah.
So hopefully we pull that off.
Oh, always.
Somebody told me yesterday that that it was just so smooth that they couldn't believe, how effortless it seemed. And then they watched me all day running up and down the hill.
Well, and I just, like yesterday, I saw Brian Lowe on a ladder.
That's right.
Trying to make sure that the room wasn't too hot.
Because the room was hot. That's right.
So
let's
it really
just move the ductwork in the middle of the conference. That's the kind of thing we do.
Yeah.
One year, he literally poured concrete the morning that everybody was coming up for the conference. Literally, it was like, I didn't get that sidewalk done. I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
Well, Marie, this has been nice.
Oh, thank you,
I always
Tanya.
enjoy my conversations with you.
So I do too. And we're excited. We'll see you in October. And
You will see me in October. I'm coming to see your school.
I'm at our
Martin
gala.
in September.
In September.
When is your gala?
September 26th. So if anyone would like to hear Martin speak, just
And
reach
it's
out
just
to
for general people, even if not even a school people. This is open to the community, right?
We are doing
In
it,
Orlando.
Right, as a way just to educate the community on classical education.
Is that information on your website?
It
Where-
is.
how do
They can
people-
go straight to HLS or Highlands Latin School .org/Orlando, and you'll see a banner up there for that.
Okay.
So it is a fundraiser for us, but it's also an opportunity for us to educate the community.
That's great.
So
Okay. Thanks so much, Marie, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for joining us today on Classical Etc. by Memoria Press. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, or share this episode or comment. We love to hear your questions and your comments. If you want to learn more about Memoria Press, please go to memoriapress.com. This has been Classical Etc. We're so glad you joined us, and we'll see you next time.